As the Dallas Cowboys go through their organized team activities, OTA, exercises, it is clear that there is a lot to observe and analyze. From who was present to who was missing, who was actively participating in the workouts to who was sitting out, and even the positioning of certain players. Endless debates took place around which players were taking first-team reps and who were taking second-team reps. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Much interest was shown in the budding rapport between CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. The palpable excitement, the swift tempo, the vibrant energy and the specific strategies implemented by head coach Brian Schottenheimer to encourage a family-like atmosphere within the team. This includes friendly activities such as free-throw shooting contests, communal dinners at the Cowboys Club, and even spirited ping-pong matches. However, from my standpoint, there is one aspect of this initial 3-day OTA workout week that should never be disregarded or downplayed for its significance. It is the return of Dak Prescott. Prescott is back in action, fully immersed in his role as the team's starting quarterback. He is actively participating in agility drills alongside the other quarterbacks, throwing the football with vigor, running plays during the 11-on-11 periods, and behaving as if his 2024 season wasn't abruptly cut short after just over 7 games. But the reality is, it was cut short. A significant incident did indeed occur. After covering the Dallas Cowboys for numerous years, I have witnessed Dak endure an injury that isn't typically associated with football. He suffered a tear in a ligament that connects the hamstring muscle to the pelvic bone during Game 8 on November 3rd. It's distressing to even write about such a painful, season-ending injury. The seriousness of surgery should never be downplayed, especially in this case. I recall seeing him maneuvering on crutches during the final month of the season. It was heart-wrenching to see him struggle to ascend the air stairs from the tarmac to the charter when he traveled with the team for an away game. The crutches were of no use to him. He had to painstakingly climb step by step on his own. The subsequent rehabilitation was a process of retraining his leg to walk again. Then to jog. Then to run in straight lines. Then to execute side steps, utilizing resistance cords for support. Fast forward 6 months and the Cowboys' starting quarterback is back on the field, participating in these sanitized OTA workouts. Dak confided in me that he feels great. He claimed that he is capable of doing almost everything that everyone else is doing at this stage of the offseason. Just not cleared for contact, got a while for that anyway, Dak said. Yeah, feeling great. This is certainly good news considering he won't be exposed to contact for at least another 2 months. And even when he is cleared for contact, he'll be donning that red, hands-off jersey reserved for quarterbacks. Even if he participates in any of the 3 preseason games, and he hasn't been doing so for the past few years, his time in a game will be strictly limited to ensure his safety. Dak is insistent that he'll be cleared for contact by the start of training camp. This would give him approximately 6.5 more weeks to prepare for the season opener on September 4th against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles, a team he hasn't faced since achieving a 33-13 victory over them on December 10, 2023. Dak was absent for both games against Philly last year, which resulted in losses for the Cowboys. Yeah, feeling great is the best piece of news for the Cowboys as we approach Monday's Memorial Day. The focus now for the team is to ensure Dak maintains this positive momentum. But is this merely a coincidence? Since Dak assumed the role of the Cowboys' starting quarterback in 2016, as a result of preseason injuries to Tony Romo and backup Kellen Moore, the Cowboys have only experienced 2 losing seasons. These were in 2020, when Dak missed 10.5 games due to a severe compound fibula fracture and torn ankle ligaments, resulting in a 6-10 finish, and 2024 when he missed 9.5 games due to the complex hamstring injury, causing the Cowboys to finish 7-10. Of course, Dak did also miss 5 games during the 2022 season due to a fractured thumb bone that required surgical repair. However, the Cowboys managed to stay afloat during this period, with backup Cooper Rush stepping up and delivering a 4-1 record. This helped the Cowboys reach the playoffs with a 12-5 record for the second of 3 consecutive seasons. But it's essential to understand the importance of a franchise's starting quarterback to the success of NFL teams. If we take the previous season as an example, out of the 14 teams that qualified for the playoffs, 10 advanced with their main quarterback starting in all 17 games. These were Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, Pittsburgh, with Justin Fields starting in 6 of the 6 games and Russell Wilson starting in 11 of the 11 games. The LA Chargers, Denver, Washington, Detroit, Minnesota, and Tampa Bay. 2 more teams, Kansas City, and the LA Rams, had their starting quarterbacks play in all 16 games, with starters Patrick Mahomes and Matthew Stafford being rested for the meaningless 17th games of the season. Only 2 teams lost their starting quarterbacks to injuries, with Philadelphia's Jalen Hurts starting in 15 of 17 games due to a concussion, and Green Bay's Jordan Love also starting in 15 of 17 games, with a knee injury causing him to miss 2 games early in the season. Consider this: these 14 playoff teams combined for only 4 lost quarterback starts due to injury and 2 more due to head coach decisions. This is a total of just 6 missed starts out of a possible 238. Dak, on the other hand, missed 9.5 games all by himself. Does this suggest that the quarterback position is crucial? Let's not underestimate the impact of Dak's absence on the Cowboys' 2024 season, which coincides with the only 2 losing seasons during his 9-year career with the team. Moreover, the Cowboys have only had 4 losing seasons in the past 15 years. The other 2 were in 2010 and 2015, when the Cowboys finished 6-10 and 4-12 respectively. During these seasons, Tony Romo started just 10 out of a possible 32 games and was unable to finish 3 of those 10 games. The importance of the quarterback to a team's success cannot be overstated. Dak's performance in the 2023 season serves as a stark reminder of his capabilities. He finished as a runner-up in the NFL MVP voting after completing 410 of 590 passes, a 69.5% completion rate, throwing for 4,516 yards, 236 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and recording a QB rating of 105.9. Here are his rankings among NFL QBs for that season. In the 2023 season, the Cowboys finished 3rd in passing offense. In the Cowboys single-season record book, Dak's 69.5 completion percentage ranks 2nd all-time to Tony Romo, 69.9, his 7.6 yards per attempt ranked 3rd behind Romo, 7.89, and Staubach, 7.67, and he's tied for 2nd in touchdown passes, his 3.6 just 1 short of his own record of 37. And for those who refuse to acknowledge his contributions over his 9 seasons with the Cowboys because the team hasn't advanced to the NFC title game during his career, it's a shame that he didn't score 50 points in the 48-32 loss to Green Bay in the 2023 season playoff. This underscores just how significant Dak's presence is during these OTA sessions, which will take place 3 more times in each of the next 2 weeks, followed by a mandatory 3-day minicamp from June 10th to 12th. Primarily, all of this underlines the importance of having Dak available for the start of training camp and the start of the 2025 season. His availability is further underscored by the fact that the Cowboys have had winning records leading to playoff appearances in 5 of the 7 seasons in which he remained healthy for at least 9 games. This is in addition to a 9-7 record in 2017 and 8-8 in 2019, the only 2 non-losing playoff-less seasons when he was healthy during his 9-year career. This should convey just how important he is to this team. His presence on the practice field is undoubtedly a relief for Schottenheimer. "He looks good," Schottenheimer said after Monday's first OTA and before the second. "You guys will see him out there Tuesday. He's doing his normal stuff. He's getting most of the work with the ones. You'll see him. He looks good. I think he's progressing nicely." Thankfully, this alleviates some of the burden from the team's shoulders. It is now crucial that Dak remains healthy and ready to lead the Cowboys into the 2025 season. Could the Dallas Cowboys, that famous Texas-based NFL franchise, be on the verge of making an unexpected change in their lineup? Is it possible that the Cowboys might appoint someone else as the left tackle, LT, over Tyler Gayton in the 2025 season? The Dallas Cowboys have a tradition of using their first-round NFL draft picks on the offensive line, but there are whispers that Tyler Gayton, their 2024 first-round pick, could potentially face some stiff competition for his position. The Dallas Cowboys, a team with a rich history and a record of excellence, have always been forthright about their intentions. They have a clear plan, a strategic blueprint that they're working towards. They're intent on fortifying their offensive line, a section of their team that they see as crucial for their future success. To implement this plan, they've consistently used their first-round NFL draft pick in the last 2 seasons to address this issue, to strengthen this all-important part of their squad. In the year 2024, the Cowboys made a significant move. They selected a player they believed could make a significant impact. They drafted Tyler Gayton as their left tackle. This was a clear statement of intent, a sign of their commitment to strengthening their offensive line. The following year, in 2025, they continued their strategy. They chose Tyler Booker as left guard after the retirement of the future Hall of Famer Zach Martin, another strong addition to their lineup. This wasn't the first time that the Cowboys had invested in their offensive line. In 2022, they also invested a first-round pick on guard Tyler Smith, thereby outfitting the team with a trio of promising Tylers on the front line. However, this has led to an interesting and unexpected dilemma. Could Tyler Gayton find himself battling for his spot in the 2025 NFL season? The team at DallasCowboys.com, an esteemed and reliable source for all things related to the Dallas Cowboys, took a close look at the situation. They examined the potential lineup, analyzed the performances of the players, and debated whether Asim Richards, another player with potential, would be given the opportunity to fight for the starting left tackle position. During the discussion, Tommy Yarish, a seasoned football analyst, commented, "Brian Schottenheimer, the Cowboys coach, has consistently stated that the Cowboys will field their top 5 on the offensive line. This raises an important question. Does Tyler Gayton rank among their top 5 offensive linemen after the last season? I would say, based on his recent performances, that currently he does not. However, he has a full OTA, minicamp, and training camp phase to improve before the season starts. During this time, both he and Asim Richards can prove their worth, can show their skills, and make their case to start as left tackle. Richards has the benefit of experience, but Gayton has more potential. I believe the coaching staff will pay extra attention to Gayton, will spend time preparing him to be the Cowboys' future left tackle. But does this mean Richards is completely out of the running? Absolutely not. He certainly has a shot, but in my opinion, he needs to greatly impress the coaching staff if he wants to secure the starting role. It would certainly be somewhat surprising if Richards began the season as left tackle, but it's not out of the question. However, there have been positive signs from Gayton early in OTAs. He had an inconsistent rookie season, that's clear, but he also showed some impressive glimpses of his potential. He demonstrated his ability, his skill, and his commitment. This season, he's showing up to OTAs more muscular and heavier, a promising sign for a player looking to make considerable strides in his second year in the league. It's an exciting time for the Dallas Cowboys, and it remains to be seen who will secure the coveted left tackle position. The Dallas Cowboys, a team that has been the center of their fair share of drama, are now facing a pivotal moment in the trajectory of their franchise. One of their most well-known and influential players, TREVON DIGGS, finds himself in a precarious position that could potentially alter the course of his career and that of the team's future. The National Football League, or NFL, is a realm where the destiny of an entire franchise often teeters on the performances of their star players. The Dallas Cowboys are currently at an extremely crucial juncture with one of their key players, cornerback TREVON DIGGS. Once celebrated as one of the top interception threats in the NFL, Diggs' time with the team may be nearing a surprising crossroad. Diggs, who was selected by the Cowboys in the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft from the University of Alabama, wasted little time in making his presence felt. He quickly established his prowess on the field, earning 2 Pro Bowl berths in his first 3 seasons. He also led the league with an impressive tally of 11 interceptions in the 2021 season. However, a string of injuries have forced him to the sidelines for a considerable part of the last 2 seasons, casting a shadow of uncertainty over his future with the Cowboys. Rumors of a possible shakeup in Dallas. Intriguing reports have surfaced that the Cowboys are contemplating a potential trade involving Diggs. Such a trade could not only remodel their defense but also offer some much-needed financial relief. With this move, the team could save a substantial sum of around $9.6 million. This decision is being mulled over at a time when financial flexibility is of paramount importance. This is especially true considering the impending contract extension of star player Micah Parsons, which is expected to be quite hefty. Trading Diggs after June 1st could also fetch the Cowboys a 6th-round pick, a modest return for a player of his caliber. However, it is a return that reflects the risk associated with his recent injury record. The journey of Diggs in the NFL is a compelling tale of remarkable triumph and vulnerability. His exceptional performance in the 2021 season, which earned him a first-team All-Pro distinction, was a testament to his immense skill and influence on the field. However, consecutive season-ending injuries to the same knee, which limited him to just 13 appearances over 2 seasons, have raised questions about his durability and long-term value to the team. Potential fresh prospects. A range of teams across the league could view Diggs as a golden opportunity to strengthen their defense at a relatively low risk. The Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, and Los Angeles Chargers each have their unique reasons for contemplating a trade for Diggs. The Chiefs, who already have a top-tier cornerback in Trent McDuffie but are deficient in depth at the position, might see Diggs as a high-potential addition to fortify their secondary. The Bills, who are consistently on the verge of Super Bowl contention, could view Diggs as the missing element in a defense that needs to rival the offensive powerhouses of the AFC. For the Panthers, Diggs could transform a satisfactory secondary into one of the league's best, providing a significant boost in a division that's up for grabs. The Los Angeles Chargers, who are fresh off a playoff berth and are aiming to bolster their roster for a Super Bowl run, could find in Diggs the dependable CB2 they need to compete in the fiercely competitive AFC West. Contemplating the future. The potential exit of TREVON Diggs from the Dallas Cowboys serves as a poignant reminder of the NFL's relentless progression. Injuries, financial factors, and team requirements all contribute to shaping the careers of even the most gifted athletes. For Diggs, a new chapter may be on the horizon. A chapter that presents him with the opportunity to redefine his career and demonstrate that his best days on the football field are yet to come. As teams weigh the risks and rewards, Diggs's journey underscores the continuous search for redemption and resilience in the face of adversity. A season of potential transformation is brewing in Dallas. After a subdued start to the offseason, murmurs of significant moves now hint at a shakeup that could overhaul the team's roster dynamics. Intriguing visits during free agency have fueled speculation that change might be imminent, particularly for one of the team's most notable names, TREVON Diggs.